All right, we are here about 2 seconds after the opening whistle here in Charm City versus Rocky Mountain, second quarterfinal of the day. Right now, we have a lead jammer already for Rocky Mountain. That is deranged out there with lead jammer over Just Carroll for Charm City. My name is Justin Spielberg Marshall, here with
Dump Truck. All right, that is the first jam of the second game of the day. The first game was Gotham Girls Roller Derby versus the Texecutioners. Gotham Girls Roller Derby are now advancing, and we'll play the winner of this game later on this evening. Right now on the jammer line for Charm City, we have I Am Pain. And then it looks like that's going to be Erkin Jerkin as Booty Blockia for Rocky Mountain. Erkin Jerkin is the jammer and lead. She's moving to the outside, trying to make a quick move up front. There she goes, trying to get by Joy Collision. Joy Collision pushing her out of bounds in turn 4. And you eat the baby.
In fact, the jammer is sucked back in the back. That is correct. And now, right now, Erkin Jerkin is trying to get out of this one. She's around the outside. And that's going to be no lead jam call for Erkin Jerkin. We got I Am Pain still trying to find her way through. One to beat, that is Echo. Goes on the outside. She's lead jammer, and she will call quickly to preserve that 0-0 jam. Gets a little high five from Dolly Rocket there on the way to the track. Score remains Rocky Mountain 2, Charm City 0. 2 jams into this game.
That looks like you're jamming in this one.
Exactly. Amanda Jaminia, 9 inches against Flo Shizzle. 2 of the most polarizing figures in roller derby standing at the jammer line right now. No one in the penalty box right now, so both teams have full packs.
5-on-5 on the track. The jammers are underway. We do have 27 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good front wall here by Rocky Mountain. They really got locked down. Salt Peppa pivot, holding it down for the black and red right now. Flochil stuck behind D-Range and RoboFlow at the front of the pack.
Thoroughbled pushing AJ out to turn 4. Jumping to the back of the pack. Great job recycling the jammer.
Flo Shizzle forces her way up the inside. She's lead jammer. First lead jam call for Charm City so far. Well, the first one with them in front. However, AJ Manjaminia is right on Flo Shizzle and is closing quickly.
Amanda Jaminia, as a lot of you know, and some of you may not, is a transfer from Duke City. And ever since she has gone up to Rocky Mountain, she has really excelled.
Yeah, she's a fairly recent addition. She, I believe her first games with Rocky Mountain were at Western, if I'm not mistaken. So she's very new, but has been very effective for them so far. That jam right there, Flo Shizzle forced the call early as Amanda Jaminia was on her, and there was all yellow in the back of the pack. Calls it 0-0. The score remains a minuscule 2-0 for Rocky Mountain.
Well, Rocky Mountain's got Frida Beater, the juggernaut of cardio and all things endurance for Rocky Mountain. In my opinion, really one of the reasons why Rocky Mountain's been able to do well over the last few years. She is slightly intense as far as training is concerned.
And a lot of experience there for Frida Beater. It's holding grudges as the jammer for Charm City. Relatively newer jammer for Charm in the first year with them. She is now stuck in the front of the pack behind Echo. And around the outside goes Frida Beater as lead jammer for Rocky Mountain.
Holding grudges still in the back. Now trying to get by Echo Girl. And it looks like that is going to be that's Erkin jerking his booty block.
And Frida's going to come for her points first here as Holly Go Hardly and Just Carol and Joy Collision try to run away. Joy Collision is nicely trapped there by Psychobabble on the inside line. Removed from the play and allows Frida to get her 4, I believe. Yep, 4 and call. 4-0 for Rocky Mountain.
Really nice move. Just dodging to the outside over in turn 1. And it wasn't a huge move. It was just this little adjustment that she made. Just went right to the outside. Had no problem picking up some points.
It's going to be a 1 in the box start now for Charm City. That is Thoroughbled. On the line for Charm is I Am Pain. Another fairly new addition to Charm City. She joined in July of this year. And she'll be going against D-Range, a transfer last year from Pikes Peak.
Flaming Fury, the baby that is caught in the pack. Both jammers are underway. D-Range, hop, skip, and jump to the outside of turn 3. She busts through. She's going to be your lead jammer for Rocky Mountain.
Nice footwork to stay right in bounds there. Still stuck in the pack here is I Am Pain. Goes around the outside, and Shihu can't quite track her down, so I Am Pain is out. However, coming to her points right now is D-Range.
Looks like we have a few multiplayer block penalties being called there by Major Wood, who is a very talented official, but his fashion sense can really get some work done. If you're an official and you think wearing fruit boots is okay in roller derby, come talk to me.
He's pretty dedicated to those roller blades that he wears.
He knows I love him. Like every time I see him in a tournament, I was like, are you ready? He's like, yes, dump truck. I'm ready for you to just not leave me alone. I was like, well, then all you got to do is change your skates.
I can't wait to see this jam. This is Joy Collision versus Erkin jerking his booty blocking. This is going to be awesome.
Physically, you look at them, they're almost the exact same body type. Skill-wise, they're very, very talented as well. Erkin jerking does get through the pack first. She loves playing some defense while on jammer.
And this is an awesome jammer on jammer action right here. 2 incredibly skilled skaters. Erkin tried to eat baby there, but could not quite do it, so he's going to race straight back to the pack. However, all yellow in the back here. Oh, and she goes right into the back of Just Carol. And that's going to be a major back block on Erkin Jerkin as back block here. Wow. I think that...
She called off the jam.
Okay, she called off the jam.
As the 4th whistle was blown is when she did that major back block. And you looked at her face when she looked at the official. She just nods her head and goes, "Yeah, I know." I'm sitting there going, "Okay." For the last couple of jams, we have seen Charm City owning the rear of the pack with that wall of 4 for the last 2 jams, kind of locking arms a bit and trying to strengthen that wall. I think she's tired of seeing it and doesn't want to see it the entire game. It's like, okay, you do that, I'm just going to run right into you. I'll pick up a penalty every once in a while. We'll be okay.
But that's good. That's gonna make the score after that is 9-1. So Charm did get on the board a jam previous with a 1-1. Right now, Just Carol on power jam gonna get out on 20 feet and is not lead jammer.
Assault and Pepper caught at the back of the pack. Charm City really focusing on trapping a skater from Rocky Mountain, and they've been really good at it so far.
Indeed, we have a record endangerment off the box for Charm. However, Just Carol is through with a full 5. She can get Charm City into the lead here if she can get a clean pass here before Erkin gets out of the box.
Just Carol goes to the outside, trying to get past Free to beat her.
Oh, nice hit with Psychobabble. Stopped right at the edge of the track. And Just Carol says, "I'll take that minor, thank you." It goes through for 4.
I'll tell you, that is one painful gauntlet to run. She gets hit by Winona Fighter, Free to beat her, and Assault and Peppa before she gets to the back.
The crowd's booing heavily. I just don't think they realized that it was in fact a minor. It was called. That's why she got 4 instead of 5 points. Just decided it was better to just go for it, and it worked out because Charm City is now in the lead, and Just Carol will increase that lead.
I'll agree with that move. I think it's totally worth it. We say it on here from time to time. If you're going to get a penalty, make it count.
Exactly. She basically traded the minor for being able to pick up 4 points. Working Durkin is called lead jammer, and I think she'll probably be calling it here as Just Carol is trying to finish a scoring pass. There she goes, calls it off, and we'll see what the total is there.
All right, Charm City picking up a couple more. 17 points now over Rocky Mountain's 9. 21 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I think that was, I believe, a 16-0. That was Charm City's only second scoring jam of the game.
This is a game that I've been looking forward to. You know, you never can tell what the matchups are going to be like at the beginning of the tournament. You can try and predict all you want, but you never know. I was hoping to see this. 2 very, very tough teams. They play with a lot of ferocity. And they have a lot of talent on both leagues. It's amazing. You're going to see some of these replays right now.
Looks like that was Erkin Durkin with the back block that sent her to the box, I believe.
Yeah, it totally looked like she was just like, I don't want to deal with this. Stop doing this to me. All right, on the jammer line for Rocky Mountain, it's none other than Whippity Pow!
Lady Kaboom for Charm City. Whippity Pow off the line really fast there.
Wow!
And lead jammer almost out before she got through turn 1. Super fast.
Don't blink, Whippity Pow's on the track.
Lady Kaboom picks a minor minor cutting track there, but she does get out of the pack. Our Whippity Pow returns. Oh, and takes a hit from Rex Engagement. Loses her footing, but is back up quickly.
She who cannot be named actually elbowed Whippity Pow in the face on accident.
Looks like a Whippity Pow falls and calls, but not before Lady Kaboom the Landshark is able to get up in there and pick off 2 points of their own. So Charm City holding the lead at about 10 minutes deep in this game. It's 19-12 favoring Charm.
Now the jammer line for Charm City is going to be I Am Pain once again, 16-18 in the yellow, or gold rather.
Indeed.
Then you have Amanda Jam and Ninja.
Here comes some instant replay right here. This is a Joy collision taken at Whippity Pow. Looks like Whippity Pow was trying to call it jam, looking at the outside referee, got nailed or without seeing where she's coming from.
Amanda Jam and Ninja trying to go to the inside. Again, the Charm City back wall containing Rocky Mountain's jammer while I Am Pain gets through and becomes your lead jammer.
AJ is now through, being chased down by Thoroughblood, which is to give up at 20 feet. However, I Am Pain will have a little bit of time here as Rocky Mountain, though, doing a good job taking front of the pack. Charm City only has 2 on the track, Thoroughblood and Mistress May I, now being joined by Dolly Rocket out of the penalty box.
Looks like Winona Fighter's on her feet, means that she has 10 seconds or less to spend in the penalty box.
I Am Pain unable to pick off points before she is forced to call by AJ's advance.
Robo Flow, Erkin Jerkin, and Catholic Crew Girl holding it down. Right now we do have D Range, number 27 for Rocky Mountain on the jammer line, going against Holden Grudges, number 63 for Charm City.
I think they have 1 in the box for Charm City's Royce the Rider, no one currently boxed for the black and red of Rocky Mountain. And the jammers are almost ready to go. There they go.
Just trying to eat up that penalty clock so their teammate can get back on the track.
Holding grudges with that scampering we were talking about. However, she finds a wall of black, and up the inside is deranged for lead jammer.
Holding grudges getting held back for a while. Whippity Pow with a hip bump, but holding grudges shows that she is an athlete and knows how to stay on her feet no matter how many she needs.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing manage to avoid getting knocked out, and that's going to make or deranged call before finishing her scoring pass against 3 against 0 for Charm. So Rocky Mountain whittles that lead away a little bit. Really, almost all of the Charm's points have come on one big power jam of 16-2 to Just Carroll over Urkin Durkin as the Booty Blockia currently score 19 for Charm and 15 for Rocky Mountain. 18 minutes left into this first half of play.
Right there, you're seeing Holden Grudges on the bench as she just left the track.
This is a Flo Shizzle in the gold booty against Urkin Durkin as Booty Blockia, or red booty.
Psychobabble in the box for Rocky Mountain right now. CCRG with the full squad.
Flo Shizzle trying to find a way around Echo and Assault and Peppa. Dolly Rocket comes in and takes Echo to the equation momentarily. Now it's just one to beat. However, Urkin Durkin as Booty Blockia sneaks up and takes that lead jammer away.
I tell you what, when you're watching the pack as they come by, there is a lot of smack talking going on in there. Said it earlier, they're two extremely ferocious teams. They play very, very hard. Very, very tough. And it looks like we have a major track cut. Flo Shizzle is going to go sit down, and that turns this into a power jam. Advantage, Rocky Mountain.
So right now, Charm City is thoroughbred Dolly Rocket, Reckless Endangerment, Rosie Ryder trying to hold in front of the pack this time. We've seen them be playing the back line. Rocky Mountain takes out Rosie. They're gonna, but Frida Beater ends up taking out Urkin Durkin as they both tumble. Looks like Frida's being sent off on a forearm. So far, Charm City managing to hold the leading down on this power jam.
There you go, Urkin Durkin busting through the wall legally this time. Gets through, and that's going to be a grand slam for Rocky Mountain.
And Rocky Mountain has their goat. His Reckless Endangerment is stuck back here. Urkin Durkin goes around Dolly Rocket, around Rosie Ryder, and just on the boundary line, it stays in bounds and gets the big 5 points.
I don't know if they buttered her up before the game, but it looked like she slid right on through and squeaked right on by in turn 4, and she's about to do it again.
They started Reckless to force out of bounds there. Now Urkin is stuck behind a pretty slow Rosie and Reckless. And Reckless again forced her to the inside. Great job right now by Reckless Endangerment. Rocket comes in and whips. Tries to put the big hit on. Couldn't quite do it. Urkin Durkin is through again. 5 or more points for Rocky Mountain.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Rosie Ryder off to the box to join Thoroughbled. Flo Shizzle returned from the box at the Charm City Jammer. However, she is not yet in the scoring pass. That jam will end, and Rocky Mountain is going to take that lead right back from Charm City.
Big jam there for Rocky Mountain. We've got a lead change. So pop it top, turn it back, drink up and be somebody. Yes, it is my favorite thing to say because it's what I do best. 30 points now for Rocky Mountain, 19 Charm City. 15 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the half. Joy collision on the jammer line for Charm City. Amanda jamming in here for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. Amanda jamming in here, been jamming quite a bit this game. That's not exactly what she is known for, but it's nice to see that since being with Rocky Mountain, she's much more of a utility skater.
Yes. Check out this Bam on Jammer action with the Joy Collision trying to kill some box penalty time for her blockers. And she's around the outside.
Wow,
Joy Collision will not be lead jammer. She's being called, I think, a back block minor. Yeah, there it is. AJ is called lead jammer, and if I'm her, I'm calling it right here because Charm still two in the box. But we'll see. She'll make her decision here whether or not she wants to go for it. And there she goes. There's the call.
Took a while to do so. Should have called a little bit earlier, I think. But either way, the track is getting a reset. Amanda jamming in ya. Primarily a blocker or a pivot. And you kind of get the crosshair syndrome, I think, whenever you're out there in the jammer slot. And it's not really your MO yet. She's very good at it. But whenever you get up there, you see a jammer and you're allowed to chase them. and you're used to being a blocker, you're going for it. D-range on the jammer line for Rocky Mountain. Lady Kaboom for Charm City.
I'm still has two in the box here to start. However, a third one is standing. And Charm City will draw some playing time off, getting third one out of the box. Now it's D-range is the one going to jammer defense. Forces Kaboom out, so Kaboom cannot be lead jammer in this jam.
He who cannot be named is in the box for Rocky Mountain.
Here comes D-range around the outside, forced out by Dolly Rocket. And now both jammers brought to a crawl here. It's Urkin Durkin and That's number 8, Winona Fighter. Winona Fighter is holding back LQ out of the pack, and lead jammer is D-Range.
D-Range found a nice little hole there in the middle of the pack. She was on the inside line, just makes a slight little adjustment to the outside and busts right on through.
Dolly Rocket and Holding Grudges end up catching each other. D-Range can easily get through as Dolly Rocket was busy on the ground. She's talking to her bench coach, really not pleased with the way that one turned out. And that was 4-0 for D-Range. Rocky Mountain increases their lead slightly to 34-19.
We talked about the attendance here a good bit yesterday, but seriously, there's a lot of people here.
And again, I need to reiterate this. We've seen all these people, and we have not yet seen the home team actually play.
Yeah.
It's a really impressive job by Windy City to bring people out to this pretty awesome tournament here.
This is what it's supposed to be like. It's a beautiful venue. Run extremely well. The staff here is extremely helpful. You got a bunch of people up in the stands. A lot of fans here, all dressed together, painted together. You know, the fans that paint together stay together. It's true. Minnesota Roller Girls have some rad fans. We learned that yesterday. Rocky Mountain's got their section. You got a few Baltimore flags being flown around the arena this morning, afternoon. Where are we? Afternoon.
Yeah, so it's currently afternoon. in some time zones. It may not be afternoon where you are. So that was a Charm City timeout with 13:25 left on the clock. I think a well-timed timeout, too. This is a situation where if it continues the way it's going, it could be trouble by halftime. But if they can pick up and get a couple of big jams here, Charm City can go into halftime right behind one of the best teams in the nation, which is a pretty nice place to be.
What Charm City needs to do is to continue to play the game that has been effective against Rocky Mountain, that back wall that they've been able to form and hold the jammers back. They need to focus on that and keep doing it because that's their game. That is their play. They like to slow it down. They like to beat you up. And right now, it looks like I Am Payne's going to get through as your lead jammer, but heel to steal is Amanda Jamadenya.
Now I Am Payne thinking about some jammer defense, gives her a sort of a tap, hits her, and Amanda's like, what? Keeps going. And here they come into the pack. I Am Payne has picked up at least 1 point. However, Amanda Jamadenya tries to pick inside. Nothing doing. Dork Legend forces her out. And now both jammers fighting in a pretty tight pack here.
This is when you take those chances, trying to get through the pack as lead jammer when you've got the opposing team jammer literally on your behind. AJ gets through, picks up 4 points. So does I Am Payne to make it basically nil for that jam.
Exactly.
She had to do that since she didn't call off the jam when Amanda Jamadenya was approaching the pack.
So the margin does not change. It is now 38 for Rocky Mountain and 23 for Charm City, but 12 and a half minutes left in this first half of play. I don't have the score sheet right in front of me, but the last time that Rocky and Charm played, you were there at that one, right?
I think so.
And Rocky jumped out to a really big lead early in that game and just kept growing. It ended up winning by about 140 points or so.
It was actually the largest deficit that Charm City has ever played in before.
Yes.
Charm City definitely playing a great game today. Erkin Jerkin jamming for Rocky Mountain. It looks like that is going to be holding grudges for Charm City.
Major track cut forced by Rosa the Rider right there, and well done. And she knew it. Erkin Jerkin is off of the box, and that's going to be a power jam for Charm City's holding grudges.
Holding grudges trying to get around the outside, does so. Oh, she slides into third. It looks like it's going to be a major elbow on Echo Girl, and she's headed to the penalty box.
Charm City needs this jam, so there'll be 5 on 3. 1 blocker, 1 jam in the box for Rocky. Around the outside, and Holding Grudges can't quite keep it down. And a good thought by Winona Fighter there was able to run backwards and force Holden back into that back again. Holden is on a scoring pass, but it's not yet completed.
Holding grudges, taking a beating in the pack. Looks like you have Psycho Babble, who's now going to the box as well. Rocky Mountain's got to watch those penalties. Charm City is no slag. They know how to play this game. They know how to play it well. If you're not going to keep your skaters out there, all you're doing is opening up a window for the breeze to come through.
This is interesting. A really good wall here of Winona Fighter and free to beat her as Dolly Rocket seems uncertain on how to break it up here. Holding Guard is waiting for some offensive blocking here, and finally the pack splits, and that gets Holden through for 5.
It was almost like they were kind of defending each other, making sure they didn't get split up, making sure that one of them didn't get trapped. It's like, okay, there's one way to do this. Let's stay on each other and protect each other.
Erkin Jerkin is coming out of the box here. She is not on a scoring pass here, so Holding Guard will have a little bit of time to get some more. Holden looking a little tired here, though, as she returns. Erkin Jerkin is knocked down. The pack is going to split here. Rocky Mountain in huge penalty trouble right now.
That's the move Holding Grudges has been trying to do. Trying to do that hockey stop while getting her hips right around the opponent. She was successful there. in turn 4 at the end of the jam.
That's a 10-0 jam for Charm. Gets them back within 5 points there. And Rocky Mountain, well, both teams actually now have filled their blocker sides of the box. This will be a 2-2 jam to start off here. I Am Pain versus D-Range.
That's a good matchup to have. If you're Charm City, you see D-Range out there. I Am Pain is a great skater to slot right next to her.
Great. We've got AJ and Window Fighter for Rocky, and Joy Collision and Holly Go Hardly for Charm in this pack. D-Range goes right to Jammer defense on I Am Pain. Nice job by Joy Collision and Holly Go Hardly to basically play against her by trapping her around I Am Pain. I think it's out. It's lead jam.
Winona Fighter goes to the back of the pack to help out D-Range. She does get through the pack, but she's got half a track to make up. And right now, I Am Pain is already at the back of the pack. Psycho Babble re-entering the action. So is Rosie the Rider.
Nice job by I Am Pain. Dukes Man Jam Indian gets around, gets all the points, waves with a fan, and gets Storm City within 1 point of Rocky Mountain. With 9 minutes left in this first half, it is 38 Rocky Mountain, 37 Charm City. A very impressive performance so far here from the girls from Baltimore.
So how many people do you think were going, you know what, 10 minutes going into the half, I bet it's going to be a 1-point game?
Not that many people probably thought this way. I'm just going to go on that one.
Erkin Jerkin is Booty Blockia on the jammer line going against Lady Kaboom, number 34 in the gold.
Psycho Babble at the back of the pack is sort of waiting. And Kaboom tries to go to jammer defense, doesn't quite work out. And Erkin Jerkin is going to be approaching the front wall of Dolly Rocket and Thoroughblood.
Erkin Jerkin goes to the outside. Thoroughblood giving some love. She's going to have to go to the box now. Erkin Jerkin at the back of the pack now trying to get past Dolly Rocket. Does so. She's going to be the lead jammer.
This is a 2-on-2 for a second there. 1 jammer and 1 blocker for each team as the penalty boxes were just full to bursting right there.
Micro pack.
And now both jammers approaching here. Erkin Jerkin is apparently trying to kill some penalty time and get on Kaboom with having some problems staying on her feet in this jam. Kaboom approaches looking for points on Psycho Babble. Psycho Babble's off the box. Kaboom has not yet scored here, I don't believe.
Erkin Jerkin really lagging back, staying with the pack. Doesn't want to leave Lady Kaboom's side. Looks like Lady Kaboom does pick up 4 points. So does Rocky Mountain.
Well,
I'm not sure about the strategy right now. You think if she was able to get to the pack, she'd want to race around, score some more. I mean, there's 45 seconds left in the jam.
Yeah, it looks like both teams have equal numbers in the box as well. So if Rocky had more in the box, I understood that. But either way, it looks like Charm City picked up 2 because she didn't call just in time, and that's going to be a lead change with Charm City Roller Girls in front, 44 to 42 over Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain really, I think Rocky Mountain needs to play with a little more intensity there, and needs to keep their head into it a little bit. Whenever Erkin Jerkin does go to the bench, creative units are going, hey, next time we need to go ahead and call that off. That is a true statement. I don't think Erkin Jerkin was aware that Lady Kaboom had already made it to the pack.
Right. Out of the box is Thoroughblood, and she's going to go right into the back of D-Range. I don't think that the Rocky Mountain bench liked that too much. However, D-Range takes it off, and she is lead jammer for Rocky Mountain.
I Am Pain trying to make her way through. Echo Girl going for a hit. Does not connect. I Am Pain is now through the pack. D-Range approaching her first scoring run.
Well, Holly Go Hardly tries to block out D-Range and slow down, and able to do it just in time. And I Am Pain's going to pick up 2 points, 1 for the box, and 2 points for Rocky Mountain. We'll keep that margin equalized now, 46 for Charm and 44 for Rocky Mountain, counting down to just past 6 minutes remaining in this first half of play.
Very impressed so far with Charm City in this first half. They have 2 points over Rocky Mountain, 46 to 44. 6 minutes to go in the first half. I did not see this game being this close right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I definitely didn't, to be honest with you, did not see Charm City being on top.
Yeah, Charm City is definitely playing an absolutely great game so far.
Yes.
Kaboom and Erkin Jerkin has Booty Blocky up now, coming from the box of Psycho Babble for Rocky Mountain, so we'll have full packs here. And lead jammer goes to Erkin Jerkin as Booty Blocky.
Rocky Mountain's defense of Whippity Pow and Winona Fighter holding back Lady Kaboom. while Erkin Jerkin busts through, and he picks up 5 points for that grand slam, Rocky Mountain.
Alpha Rocky Mountain back in front right now as Kaboom is still stuck in a pretty hard pack here. Whippity Powell's doing a really good job here sitting on her. And Whippity Powell loses her footing, so Kaboom will be able to get out. But Erkin Jerkin is scoring again. She has 5 so far, looking for 10. Or looking for 9, I think, at this point.
Erkin Jerkin at the front of the pack. 2 defenders to pass. Calls off the jam. Very aware of where Lady Kaboom is that time, for sure.
And looks like she got 3 there. So Rocky Mountain takes the lead back now, 52 to 46.
We got just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Rocky Mountain now in the lead. D-Range on the jammer line, number 27 in the black and red for Rocky Mountain. I Am Payne, 16-18 in the gold and black for Charm City.
4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in this first half.
So here we go. One in the box right now for Rocky Mountain. I think that's Whippity Powell.
You are correct.
And in a big sea of yellow and black there, or gold and black, is D-Range trying to fight her way through Holly Go Harley and Allie B back. And she makes it. Lead jammer goes to Rocky Mountain's D-Range.
Charm City's pack play has been excellent this first half. They play tight, they play together, they waterfall. They've been having a really successful day because they are playing as a unit. That's really what you like to see. They can continue to do this. Who knows how this game's going to be?
Absolutely. That's going to be called with 2, I believe. 2 points to the range. And the new score is 54 to 46.
3.5 minutes to go in regulation. Joy collision on the jammer line for Charm City, and Erkin Jerkin is booty block you for Rocky Mountain.
Whippity Powell still boxed. 8-point deficit for Charm City. 3 minutes left in this first half.
Love seeing this matchup between both of these jammers. They are extremely talented. Joy collision showing you exactly what she's capable of. She gets to the back. Becomes lead jammer for Charm City. Erkin Jerkin is booty block you, trying to make it through. Gets a little push there at the end by AJ. And she's got half a lap to make up.
Now Charm City once again sitting in the back. Goes around Whippity Powell. Whippity Powell loses their footing. Joy's going to try and juke around. Oh, a beautiful spin move to get around Amanda Jamdania. Calls it off. I think she picked up 3, but that was pretty.
That was some impressive footwork there. And what I like to see, and what I'm sure the coach likes to see at this point, is when after a move like that, Joy Collision comes off the track, she's stone-faced. She is very, very focused right now. She's like, yeah, that was great. We've got a lot of game to play. If I can continue to do that, maybe I'll smile at the end of the game.
Exactly.
54 Rocky Mountain, 49 Charm City. 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first half. I Am Payne jamming for Charm City. D-Range for Rocky Mountain. D-Range busting through. I tell you, her favorite way to get through a pack is with a shovel. She wants to dig through, and get to the other side of China.
I Am Payne having a little trouble here with Salt and Peppa and Manjam India in front of this wall right now. Nice hit from Peppa. Gonna almost take I Am Payne out of bounds, but not quite. I Am Payne stays on her feet, stays in bounds. One to beat the Manjam India. But Amanda, nice block.
That's great teamwork right there. Amanda Jamininja hits I Am Payne, slows her down, and Salt and Pepper picks it up, slows her down even more, recycles her to the back of the pack.
Charm City manages to force D-Range to the back there with a block out and slow down. However, D-Range did pick up all 4, so that'll make a Rocky Mountains and new score 58 to 49. Only a 9-point lead here going into might be the last jam. As we see Whippity Powell has not been used that often as a jammer for Rocky Mountain today. I think it's only the second time we've seen her on the jam line, I believe.
I believe you are correct, sir.
Yeah.
And the correct way to say it, by the way, is Whippity Powell.
I'll say Whippity Powell, and that leaves it open for you to say
Whippity Powell. I actually step on my own big toe really hard whenever I say her name, so I get it nice and painful sounding.
Around the outside, untouched, holding right as it takes lead jammer for Charm City. Whippity Powell gets a big inside line. Flores is unable to close that hole quickly enough. Whippity Powell is out, however, lead jammer belongs to Charm City, and she has a little bit of time here. Unfortunately, it's a 4-2. Now it's a 3-2 pack favoring Rocky Mountain.
I'm not sure what just happened there. It looked like RoboFlow or Kathy Kruger was just out on the track, and she just now left and went to the bench.
May have had too many in the track there. Holding Grudge has lost the chance there to call before Rippity Pop could get points. Oh, and she is put on the floor by Psychobabble. Holding is to call this right now, and she totally doesn't.
Wow.
So yeah, Holden.
Look at that.
Holden gave up 5 total necessary points right there, unfortunately for her, and I think she knows it.
This is something you will see Psychobabble do. She's not the only one on Rocky Mountain that likes to do it, but she does not mind playing a little head game.
Mm-hmm.
She knocks you out of bounds like that. She knows the talent of holding grudges. It's like, you need to come back here, pointing right at the track. Yeah, I like seeing that kind of play. I think it's intense. I mean, it's not just about the physical; it's also about the mental. But you gotta watch it, especially early in the game when you're skating against somebody who has been pretty successful at you in the entire first half, no matter if they're at a deficit right now or not.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain right now got a good, that last jam, I believe, went 9-3 for Whippity Pow. And again, that was a jam that Charm City had lead on. So a little bit of a mental error there for Holding Grudges gives Rocky Mountain some momentum going to halftime. Is 15-point lead for Rocky Mountain. But really, Charm City's got to be happy about being 15 points behind Rocky Mountain right now, I got to say.
They do. I completely agree with you. When looking at the brackets before this tournament started, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of talented teams right here this weekend. That's why they got here. This is the championship tournament. But I don't see Rocky Mountain having a lot of issues with anyone until the semifinal game. Wrong again, dump truck.
This bout is going pretty quickly. I have a chance to thank our sponsor. The presenting sponsor for this weekend is Adam Wheels, the official wheel of the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. If you're not sure what kind of surface you're skating on next time you're on the road, try the new Poison Wheel go-to wheel for any surface from Adam Wheels. Never worry about sliding again. Available in Standard Slim and Alloy Slim, 3 models to choose from, so now you can pick your poison. Also, today's DNN coverage of the WCA Championship Tournament is brought to you by Bruised Boutique, full-service skate shop in New England, Derby-owned and operated by skaters in the Boston area, including my buddy, Anorexia. So if you're looking for a full set of skates or a pair of shiny hot pants, if that was a thing you kind of were into, hot pants, Bruised Boutique carries the bands that skaters and dump truck love. And right now they're offering a DNN viewers a 10% discount. Go and see for yourself. Top of the website from now until January 1st. You receive 10% off any order with coupon code DNN10. 1 coupon per order.
Right now on the track, you have the Kansas City Roller Warriors warming up alongside the Philadelphia Roller Girls. Now, Kansas City, there's a couple skaters out there that were not at the regional tournament. I'm not sure how many people are aware of that.
Yeah, I don't think Patty Wacken made a trip at all. So Patty Wacken, a very effective and very experienced blocker from Kansas City, did not play that weekend. And Eclipse was, I think, in the first 2 games, but then had to return and this big game against Texas. That Kansas City a big upset on there to get the first seed in this tournament, or the first seed from the South Central in the tournament by beating Texas in the final of South Central.
Kansas City, one of those leagues in the country that definitely has a permanent place in my heart. Mm-hmm. The first interleague game I was ever involved in was Denver Roller Dolls versus Kansas City, and they got to see each other quite a bit over the next couple of years, which means so did I. They're awesome. There's so many of those girls that I met at the very beginning that are still there. They've got a lot of veterans that have been doing this for quite a while, and they're they're definitely considered an underdog this weekend. I don't think people are even after the regional tournament, I don't think people are taking them that seriously, and I think that is a bad move.
True. Philly did look very impressive yesterday, but as we have seen over and over again in tournament season, they have been able to, the underdogs have been able to occasionally come out of nowhere. We saw Minnesota at North Central. We saw Nashville was, I think 5 seed in their South Central, but expected to either Atlanta or Dallas make it. One of them, Nashville managed to make it. Right now, today, we're seeing Charm City put up a very good fight against a heavily favored Rocky Mountain team.
You want to be out?
So right now we're going to try and pull the interview for you. We've got about 6 minutes left in this halftime. We're going to try and get one of the skaters from the previous game to give us a few words before the next game.
There are a lot of all-stars on the track right now, and there's not even a game playing. Philadelphia, another one of those leagues that is just stocked full of talent, old-school skaters that understand this game. And you want to skate against someone that skates fast and can knock a snot out of you? There they are in turquoise.
Absolutely. Looks like we're in bench coach Virginia Slim, who clearly probably has some things to be talking about right now. But when he's done talking about those things, he'll come talk to us about some things. Again, we watch right now is a warm up for Philly and Kansas City. That's the next game that will be going on at 2:45 Central Time. I'm sorry, 1 p.m. Central Time.
One thing you gotta love about being an announcer is the motivation you give each other all day long in different shapes, forms, and fashion. I love me some John Maddening. He's a very gentle man.
The recently married John Maddening just touched dump trucks.
I know. I gotta put that on his tab. Start charging. If I had a nickel, really, if I did have a nickel every time somebody did that, I'd be doing pretty well.
That's true. That would be a moneymaker.
It's what my mama gave me. What are you gonna do? It's a magnet for hands. Wow. Speaking of motivation from fellow announcers, just getting a double shot there from Chip Cuizo from Texas Roller Girls.
It looks like we're about ready to go to an interview here. We got Virginia Slim who's going to be chatting with us momentarily here, returning from the locker room area. It's like the team, I've not yet said the team's regained, and we're going to pass right now down to the track. Here's Virginia Slim.
Thanks a lot, Justice and Dump Truck. I am Hyman Heaven here with Virginia Slim from the Charm City bench. You guys have torn it up this first period, coming from number 3 in the East, where a lot of people would consider it to be somewhat of a weaker division coming into the national championship. What do you say when people say that to you, that the East is somehow not looking quite the way, say, the West is looking this season?
Well, I have a lot of respect for the West, and I think they've done some amazing things. Right now, we are the only region that still has all their teams remaining in the tournament. I think we've really stepped up our game. I'm incredibly proud of everybody who's been out here, and especially Charm City. They've just really done an amazing job.
Now, let's talk about this skating surface for a minute, because one of the things that I've noticed thus far on day 2 here at the WFTDA National Championships is that the teams who have had a chance to skate on this floor on Friday have been faring a little bit better, especially in the first period. What do you think about the skating surface thus far, Virginia?
Well, I haven't personally skated on it, but from what I've been told, it's
fair enough.
I've been told that it's an interesting skating surface, just because it's a little bit of a hard surface being on concrete. We've traveled a lot this year and we've skated on a number of surfaces, so it's nothing too terrible, but it's actually a very nice floor, but it does take some getting used to, from what I'm told.
All right, now what do you think about, so we're coming from the East where you guys are number 3, but I don't think a lot of people really know that you guys are quite as confident with your slow game as some of us in the East know. Let's talk about that game for a minute. Let's talk about the pace of the play. How are you guys feeling in terms of the pace of the play thus far?
We're feeling really good. We've managed to dictate the pace of the game for a lot of it, and that's always what we look for. We look for not individual plays or individual players, but who's really controlling the pace of the game. And I think as long as we can keep doing that, we can stay up there.
And we're coming from an Eastern Regional tournament where the referees were very tight with pack formation. Are you guys finding anything in particular that is getting called a certain way that you're working to your advantage here today?
Well, coming from that tournament, we really worked a lot on making sure that we had our pack formation down perfectly. And I think it's showing very well this tournament. So, honestly, I think the refereeing has actually been pretty good this whole tournament. And, I don't have anything bad to say about that.
Thanks so much, Virginia Slim. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
I'm Hyman Heaven, turning it back to Justice and Dump Truck.
They say we don't do enough. We don't stock enough skates, especially the bargain basement variety. We don't carry in lines or know the best place to get them. We don't have every package from every manufacturer. They say all these things. Yet every day we measure your feet. We study your stance and tailor your fit. We mount your plates and answer your questions. We build skates that make you fly. We're not here for them. We're here for you, and we want to make you go really, really fast. Make them catch up. Visit us online at fastgirlskates.com.
And we're back. We've got about 30 seconds before the beginning of the second half of Rocky Mountain and Charm City. If you're just joining us, you may be surprised with the score. Charm City is down by 15, 67 to 52. Again, last night as two teams played, Rocky Mountain won by 137 points. So the fact that Charm City is just a jammed a bunch of points away, pretty impressive job for them to stay in this game.
All right, looks like Philly and Kansas City have left the competition area. Easy for me to say. We're going to get ready to get everything set up here in just a few minutes. We've really had some great sponsors while we've been here this weekend. They really take care of DNN, and we love you guys so much. And Brews Boutique is definitely not low on that list. They have really stepped up to the plate and have really contributed in a major way to what DNN's trying to do, which is simply bring roller derby to you over the interweb.
Exactly. Through each and every tube and straight to you. So if you're ever looking for a store with more than 1,000 pairs of socks in it, the Brews. Oh, and I believe I know who that is over there. I'm sorry, I was distracted by the man. The man who just walked by.
He is the man. Jerry Seltzer, son of the creator of roller derby, rolling through it in his roller jam jacket. See, now that's cool.
And he is rocking it. Jerry Seltzer just waved to me. I have arrived.
Yeah. On the jammer line to start the second half for Rocky Mountain is going to be Amanda Jaminenya in the black. And it looks like for Charm City, it's going to be I Am Pain in black and gold.
One in the box for each team. Both blockers, Dolly Rocket sits, free to beat her standing. And the jam begins, and no one does anything at all. Now they're moving, thinking about passing over the pivot line so the people with stars and helmets can play roller derby.
A lot of people hate seeing this, but it is really smart, though.
Yeah,
they've got to pivot down in the ball.
It absolutely makes sense in that situation. And Royce the Rider all over AJ right there. AJ now knocked down by Thoroughbled. Thoroughbled off of the box on a major forearm. And I Am Pain finally finds her way through the front of the pack. And his lead jammer for Charm City.
Looks like Psycho Babyl's going to be taking a seat, and so is Thoroughbled in the penalty box.
Charm City is doing a good job here with 2 on 3 situation here, managing to hold back AJ until I Am Pain can re-enter the pack.
AJ does get through the pack finally in turn 3. I Am Pain at the front. Assault and Pepper trying to knock her to the inside. Unsuccessful, and I Am Pain goes through it and picks up 5 points. That is a grand slam. She did pass Amanda Jaminenya while in the pack.
I Am Pain picks up that 5-0 and takes it to the bench. Now Charm City within 10 points, 67 to 57 after that opening 5-0 for I Am Pain.
Getting reset, we have Erkin Jerkin as booty blocker for Rocky Mountain going against Holden Grudges. Jamming quite a bit this afternoon.
Yes. Holden, again, a transfer after last season from Harrisburg up in Pennsylvania. So he's been skating with Charm City all year long. There's that instant pack start we were talking about earlier as Charm City took a knee to force an instant one because they had more blockers on the track. Erkin Jerkin as booty blocker is not lead jammer. She committed a minor on her way through. Looks like a minor track cut. Holding Grudges going face to face with the range. And a good job by Holding Grudges to get out. Also not lead jammer. We're going a full 2 minutes here.
I love full 2-minute jams. It is in the trenches. You fight for every second. Everything counts. Joy Collision working it out at the back of the pack. Holding back Erkin Jerkin his booty block it. But she does get through. That's going to be 4 points for Rocky Mountain.
Joy Collision sent off on, I think, a reverse direction or direction of play penalty there. And she hits the box after being a little too clockwise.
Boy, Thoroughbled coming off the penalty bench. I got a full sprint ready to get in there. But it looks like Erkin Jerkin gets to the back and picks up another 4.
And that's what we're talking about. Holding Grudges has already cut track, but gets behind Taco Bell anyway. Now Erkin Jerkin ends up at a huge exit ramp over there on the end of the straightaway.
Thoroughbled, I tell you, ever since she got off the penalty bench, she has been out there hitting. She knows exactly where Erkin Jerkin is. Erkin Jerkin does get through and picks up 5 points for Rocky Mountain.
Psycho Babble takes down Holding Grudges again. And Psycho Babble points behind her saying, here's where you come. Whoa!
Wow.
Psycho Babble getting her head a little bit there.
That's what she does, man. Not only is she extremely athletic, along with her sister, D-Range, but she loves to get under the hat.
Yes, absolutely. Now Erkenjurgen coming for, I believe, her third scoring pass here. As Rocky Mountain's trying to open up a little bit of a lead here. Now 86-61. Holden Grudge is still trying to get through. And Erkenjurgen's booty block here. 1 to beat is Joycolus. And now 2 is Holly Go Hardly. Holly Go Hardly can't quite land the hit on Erkenjurgen's hip. And Erkenjurgen is through for 5 more points. Winona Fighter and Holden Grudge go down. Holden Grudge is definitely looking really tired right now.
Holden Grudges, this jam was really, really hard on her. Rocky Mountain kind of had her number that time. She took a few really, really solid hits. And now she's going to go take a seat in the penalty box. And this is going to start as a power jam. Advantage for Rocky Mountain with Whippity Pow on the jammer line.
Yeah, this could be a very big sequence right here for Charm City's hopes. As Rocky Mountain now opens their biggest lead of the game at 95-64. And Whippity Pow will, in fact, have an unopposed minute and a 4-3 package duration favoring Rocky Mountain. Just Carroll, Dolly Rocket, and Royce the Rider will be the ones trying to hold us down for Charm City.
Whippity Pow absorbing a hit from Dolly Rocket. Right now, Charm City had a front 3 wall. It looks like Whippity Pow was able to just squeak right on out as she went down in the straightaway. She is going to be lead jammer for Rocky Mountain, and she is finally completely 100% free from the back.
30 seconds over in the jam, and in holding this penalty. Little pile up here. Just Carroll becomes the goat as she stands up right behind the range. And Whippity Pow is going to go down the pile up. Someone's going to the bench box there, I think. Unclear on who.
The range did just go to the penalty box. Looked like that was a forearm.
Dolly Rocket has been called out on a multiplayer box, looks like. Off to the box. The crowd doesn't like that one at all.
Yeah, you can definitely hear the crowd reacting to that last piece of action. Not the biggest fans of that call. Right now, Rocky Mountain does have an advantage of 1 blocker extra on the track. Holden Grudges is back in the business. And Pow's in front of the pack. And it's going to be calm.
It is. So Rocky Mountain then jumps out of this one. 104-64 now. Second 2 jams that have been huge for Rocky Mountain. A 28-7 jam for Erkenjurgen and Booty Blocker, followed up there by 9-0 Whippity Pow. And now Erkenjurgen will return to the jam line because I am pain. Charm City needing to stop this bleeding right now.
We haven't seen a lot of crazy, wow, OMG jams. You just haven't yet. And the key for Rocky Mountain, it seems, is they've just gotten a little tighter. They're still too heavy in the penalties than I would like to see. Not only as a Derby fan, but as a Rocky Mountain Roller Girl fan. I don't hide that ever at all anywhere. But the one jam when Erkenjurgen got through, I believe, for 4 scoring passes, that really seemed to be when they kind of started to pull away, and now they're kind of in a decent rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely. And being able to lock down an opposing jammer in a full 2-minute jam is huge.
Yeah.
You really tire them out and also end up throwing the box to end the jam. So that was really a big one for Rocky Mountain. Right now, I think we're in a referee timeout. Do you have any fun facts for me, Duncan?
Well, there's something amazing about Brews Boutique. The employees there at Brews Boutique had a hectic schedule this year, including opening a new, bigger store. That means they're successful, and they know what they're doing, so people keep coming back. Good idea if you're in the Boston area. Setting up a mobile store at 8 bouts and 2 tournaments, running 2 skate maintenance clinics, and skating in 38 bouts. Where are you supposed to drink in there?
The store itself skated in 38 bouts. That's impressive. You don't get hit by a store.
Yeah. They also did 4 tournaments and 1 roller con collectively. That is a lot. And there's a lot to be said for a company that's going to be that involved. They're out there. They obviously are part of a league that has a very high skill level, and some of their top skaters are the ones that are involved in that company. If you're wondering who that is, that'd be Boston Mass.
Boston Mass? Okay. Here's a little bit of instant replay there. So I believe Whippity Pow being taken down by Dolly Rocket. Still in referee timeout. Of course, if you are just joining us, this is, of course, coverage of the 2010 WFTDA Championships in Chicago, Illinois.
The UIC Pavilion. It's true.
Yeah. This is we've been saying this all weekend, but it's a really perfectly sized venue, and they've done a really good job filling it with people. We have not yet seen the home team play this weekend, so the fact they've gotten this many people out to watch this national level derby, very impressive and very encouraging.
Prosecutor out there still signaling that this is an official timeout.
That is the best job in roller derby, to point at your shoulders for 3 to 5 minutes.
And no one does it as well as prosecutor. Rocky Mountain Roller Girl fans getting loud. With a little let's go AJ cheer.
Somewhere in a bar in Baltimore, the Charm City fans go wild for IMP.
I think I'm going to get to make it to Baltimore next year.
Baltimore, I hear, is a fine city. I used to live there.
Oh, no way. Tell me more. I've been wanting to go to Baltimore for a long time. Not only is the league and support staff amazing there, but it's just one of those towns I've always wanted to go to. And next year, I do believe that there's going to be some sort of tournament held in that city.
I believe you might be right. I might be visiting my old hometown. Maybe in the late or the early fall next year, there is some sort of major tournament thing happening there. I'm sure someone will let us know eventually.
The family reunion this weekend has been amazing. No matter where you turn, where you look, what time of night or morning it is, you see someone you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah,
like, oh my God, yes, I agree. Let's go get a beer.
And Wendy did a really good job with the hotel choices here.
Oh man, what a fine establishment that is. It's a shame we have to destroy it because it is a beautiful building.
Back in action here, the jam is on, yet the jammer is not yet released. Now they are. Ian Payne goes right to jammer defense on Amanda Jammer India, and the whole pack goes backwards to meet them.
Looked like a DJ scratching a record. The pack gets over to turn 2 and right back over to turn 1. Right now, looks like Amanda Jammer India is going to get to the pack, and she's going to be your lead jammer for Rocky Mountain.
3 in the pack for Rocky and 2 for Charm. That is Joy and Holly Go Hardly are the only blockers out there to help Ian Payne get through. Ian Payne still stuck in the pack. AJ coming up looking for a lap point here.
I really like what Rocky Mountain's doing. Winona Fighter, Salt and Pepper have been skating together for years. I believe since the inception of the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. And they have one looking forward and one looking to the rear and holding each other so they stay together. That's how you make a 2-wall successful.
That was a pretty good job by Joy and Holly there. Amanda Jammer India had almost lapped Ian Payne and managed to turn it into like a 4-0 for Amanda Jammer India. So she was unable to finish that point or to score anymore. However, Rocky Mountain will increase their lead. I'm sorry, a 3-0, not 4-0. So 103 for Rocky Mountain, 64 for Charm.
Got just under 23 minutes to go in this final half. This is a single elimination weekend. Winner of this game goes on to play Gotham. Don't know how much you can really look forward to doing that. Gotham, one of the most amazing organizations in flat track roller derby.
And here comes Allie B back in her first jam of the night, or first jam of the afternoon, I should say, up against the Frida Beater for Rocky Mountain.
Frida Beater goes to the outside and turns forward, busts through. She's going to be your lead jammer.
Salt and Pepper lost track of Allie back there for a second. Oh, she lost track of being on the track as she's going to the box.
All right, Rocky Mountain getting pretty penalty heavy here in the second period. Frida Beater in... Is that a pack? Yes.
Yes, it's at the back here. It's Psychobat with an excellent job forcing the cut here on Allie back. And now Allie just trying to find one for a point. And I think the jam is over, but I don't know if anyone realizes that. Something... So the referee called the jam, and there were 4 whistles, but no one noticed it. Then when he was reporting his penalties, Frida thought the jam hadn't been called yet, kept calling it. In all the confusion, the jam finally ends with 3 points to Rocky Mountain.
A lot going on out there. We do want to thank all of our officials, NSOs, and other support staff that have made this weekend run so smoothly. I tell you, Windy City really running a great tournament this weekend. It's been like clockwork. Right now we are in an official timeout. Starting off the next jam for Charm City is going to be Ian Payne, number 16, 18 in the gold, and then D. Raines, number 27, in the black and red. Virginia Slim over there getting some clarifications with Professor Murder, alongside Jose Cuervo. I'm really upset when looking around for Halloween outfits. I don't know why I need to do that. I found a pair of shorts that said "No way, Jose," and I failed to purchase them.
That is a shame.
I was like, oh, man. They were $4, but I don't think they came in chubby. So I don't think they really had my size. Now the officials having their own little powwow. This is what you want to see. I mean, they're all extremely important games because it is single elimination, but you do want to see the officials making the proper calls and taking the time to do so.
So, again, I don't know if it's had to do with the delayed jam call for Frida. I don't think that any points could have been scored during the point in time where she was trying to get the jam called. But Charm did not get any points added to them, and Frida had already finished scoring pass. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
I was looking out the crowd, and I see a Boston Massacre fan wearing a wonderful Rapsa hat. And I'm sitting there going through some of the copy that we're given. Going, oh, wow, well, guess what? Anorexia skates on the Boston Massacre, who went 4th in the East. That is true, just behind Charm City. And that was an amazing game as well.
Yeah.
They are very proud, and Mr. Bones is currently wearing a pinchy hat and has a medal around his neck. You rock it. Work it out.
And we can see Blind Banshee flings some water at Dolly Rocket. But it's okay, because it's all coming. Still waiting on a referee timeout here. Looks like Virginia Slim and Jose Cuervo are talking it over with Professor Murder. Deranged and I Am Pain get to chat about whatever Jammer chat about.
Oh, that's a really nice star you have in your helmet. Oh my God, you do. Those are two of truly the nicest people you could probably ever meet. You just don't want to meet them out there.
Exactly.
At least I don't. I was like, I'll wait till you're done with all that. I'm not sure if I can handle it.
We got a 3-2 pack favors Rocky Mountain right now. Rocky Mountain holding a sizable lead here at 106 to 64.
D-Rain's cut to the inside line, clawing her way through, but it looks like it's a major track cut. She's going to the box, and this is going to be a power jam advantage for the Charm City Roller Girls.
Yeah, and she's shaking her head as she goes to the box. It was more of a like, damn it, I did that, as opposed to, like, no, I didn't do that.
Right, yeah.
And it's Just Carol and Joy Collision have to help I Am Pain through a pack of 3 here. It's Rickety Pow, and I think that's Salt and Pepper out there as well.
It's Captain Cool Girl and Psychobabble. Wow, Joy Collision with a great shoulder hit there. Getting Psychobabble off of her balance.
And Joy Collision was trying to trap a Rocky Mountain block, couldn't do it, and now I Am Pain, her speed taken away, is having a little trouble here out of the box. Double with Salt and Pepper. The real Salt and Pepper.
It's true.
And now I Am Pain stuck in a really slow Rocky Mountain pack here. Rose of the Rioter returns to the penalty box, so Charm to get a little bit more help here. Oh, the nice hit back with Whippity Pow. Knocked out I Am Pain and runs back to force that jammer further back. And now standing in the box is D-Rain. So Rocky Mountain has done an excellent job of killing this penalty.
It's one of those situations where this is what you hope your team is able to do. In a time of need, you need to be able to lean on your pack. That's where most of the work is done. And Rocky Mountain definitely has some great pack play, no matter how few there are out there.
I Am Pain finally through, now on the scoring pass. However, D-Range has already gotten through, and maybe I'll pick some off here. Around outside, and I Am Pain does manage to get some points out of that one and keep Rocky Mountain off the board. Looking to see what she got there. I think it was 3. Yeah, passed the one and got 2 box points. So 3-0 jam goes to Charm City.
All right, 106 Rocky Mountain, 68 Charm City. 19 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the second half. On the jammer line for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls is going to be Amanda Jamadenia. And for the Charm City Roller Girls, you're going to have Holden Grudges.
Both teams have 2 blockers in the box.
Frida Beater and Whippity Pow. Excuse me. Oh, man. Frida Beater and Whippity Pow in the blocking positions.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Frida with a pivot helmet cover. Wow, Holden Grudges really getting through that pack.
And AJ not too far behind. Holden Grudges is going to try and put some space between them. These are 2 extremely fast skaters. Here comes Dolly Rocket out of the box to try and help out Holden will hit the pack first and have to make a decision here. He is going to go for the full 4 here, trying to get around Frida Beaters, the one to beat. Frida guesses right and forces Holden out of bounds. Holden calls it.
Holly go hardly with a little of the hi, I'm back here. You have to come behind me. It's nice to see that is not only a one-sided thing.
Exactly. So Charm City barely wins that jam 3-2. With about 18 minutes and 30 seconds left, it is now 108-71. Still doable, but that's a big deficit to make up against a team like Rocky Mountain.
Well, especially when you've seen what the defense has been like on both of these teams. It's not a super high-scoring game. You got just under, or just at 18 minutes to go in the half. You got 108 Rocky Mountain, 71 Charm City. This game is going to go to the very, very end. And that is a very obvious thing because Charm City, no matter if they're down or not, they're not going to stop playing.
No. And Joy Collision forces Deranged out of bounds. However, Joy also went out, but does successfully suck her back in. Erkin Jerkin trips on Joy Collision and takes a tumble herself. Now it's I Am Pain stuck at the back and Deranged stuck at the front.
Charm City now with a full squad on the track. Rocky Mountain down one blocker and Whippity Pow. Deranged getting caught there at the front by Rosie the Rider and Holly Go Hardly. Wow, really sticking it to her.
Great job by Deranged to help her own self out there, as she was the only reason that I Am Pain did not break pack there. And now I Am Pain does break pack. However, Deranged already had lead jammer status, and we'll call that with a 0-2-0.
Psycho Bubble now also in the pack.
We want to say again, the score is 108-71. Remember, the second jam of this half was a 28-point jam for Erkin Jerkin. You take that out of the equation, we're talking about a 9-point game. Charm City needs to get their own big power jam if they're going to make up this deficit, or they're going to need to basically small ball all the way for the rest of the game, not let Rocky Mountain get too many jam wins.
For the first time in the jammer position for Rocky Mountain today is She Who Cannot Be Named, going against Holden Grudges for Charm City. Rocky Mountain really using their entire bench in the jammer slot.
Yeah. To fill the box, and here, lead jammer goes to She Who Cannot Be Named. Holden Grudges takes a big fall, forced by Whippity Pow. Mrs. Man tries to take Whippity Pow, can't do it. Fourth, or I think it's the fourth minor track cut is being signaled. Power jam goes to Rocky Mountain, exactly what Charm City did not want to see here.
She Who looking back at Holden Grudges with a little bit of a grin, I think, like, thank you very much for doing this. And Rocky Mountain is in a power jam, a salt and pepper. Closing the inside line, leaving the outside wide open. A little one-on-one action there by Dolly Rocket. But She Who does get by, and she picks up a grand slam for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls.
She's around the outside again, and again, steps inside. She Who cannot be stopped. Oh my God, that was amazing. Somehow managed to stay in bound around Dolly Rocket. And now it's 10-0 so far, still coming on a power jam for Rocky Mountain.
Just Carol and Joy Collision have now entered the action, knocking She Who Cannot Be Named to the inside of the track, recycling her to the back. She Who trying to go through the middle over in turn 2, has to take a knee.
And now Joy Collision trying not to guess wrong on She Who, finally has to give up at 20 feet, lets it go again. It's now 15-0 for Rocky Mountain. We were just talking about how Charm City needed a big power jam. This is the exact opposite of what they wanted to see. I'm sorry, 20-0 so far is still coming.
She Who getting recycled to the back of the back by Dolly Rocket. Dolly Rocket, an amazing pivot.
Real good tactician as well, you can see right there to manage to slow She Who's inexorable march to 25 points here. 8 seconds left in this jam here, still a chance to finish it off.
She Who Cannot Be Named, getting bounced around a bit, but she does make it through the inside of turn 2, picking up a grand slam right as she calls it off. That's what Rocky Mountain needs. They have a foothold. Exactly. They need to keep it there.
That's a 25-point jam for She Who Cannot Be Named. Really important jam there for Rocky Mountain, as you said right there. That changes it from Charm City being a couple jams out of it to Charm City now absolutely needs 2 huge jams.
One thing I've been noticing this weekend is that the pack play hasn't been as fast for some of the teams that are typically very, very, very speedy on the track. I was talking to a few skaters, and they're like, man, that floor is so sticky. It's really hard to get used to, and I think that's why you've seen a lot of these skaters having some issues. Saw Holly Go Hardly earlier, not really able to get the hockey stop down, but she got it.
Yeah.
She's been able to use it extremely well to her advantage. And you've seen, I was talking to Amanda Riot for the Bay Area Derby Girls. She goes, really, it's tough to skate on a track that has that much traction if you're not prepared for it. Not a lot of play in the skates.
No. AJ and Joey Collision are going to wait, and there they go. Darren whistles off. Still 2 in the box for Charm City, so they're having a little bit of panic trouble in this half so far.
The Salt and Pepper down 4. The Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, the pivot. Wow, it looks like Amanda Jaminini's now going to go to the box, making this a power jam. Advantage for Charm City. Joy Collision. What is her skating background besides being awesome?
I actually saw her start quad skating 5 years ago. She was not a very impressive skater 5 years ago, and now she is unbelievable. Managed to stand on her feet, got lead jammer, is now in a power jam for Charm City, and they need her right now to be able to put up big points here. Trying to find a way around Echo, Erkin Durkin, and Winona Fighter. Now the Charm City pack is going to try and goat Echo here.
I tell you, if there's a jammer you want out there is Charm City in a power jam situation, it is Joy Collision.
Absolutely.
She's tough. She's got physical ability. She gets through the pack. She picks up 5 points there for Charm City.
Still sitting in the box is Amanda Jaminini as the Rocky Mountain blocker, or Rocky Mountain jammer. 2 in the box still for Charm City as blockers. Right now it's Holly Hardley and Mistress May I as Joy comes around for a second scoring pass.
Joy Collision out in turn 4 at the back of the pack, getting a hip whip off of Jess Carroll. Salt and Pepper missing a hit there. And Joy Collision runs to the back of Catholic Crew Girl.
Also being helped out by Erkin Durkin as Booty block, which is exactly what she was doing.
Yeah. It all depends on what position I'm playing. Either I'm Erkin and Durkin or my booty's blocking it.
Nice big hit by Erkin Durkin. Forces Joy out and forces that jam call as Durkin not only hit her hard, but stopped right at that boundary line.
The fans are getting louder and louder as the game progresses this weekend. And that makes me giggle on the inside. I love having a crowd that is into it. Tournament season is another animal altogether.
That was a 9-0 for Charm City. And looks like a timeout being called by Charm. That is their second to last timeout. So they have 1 left after this one, currently looking at it. And it's in the instant replay, you see Joy Collision with that awesome spin move to stay on her feet and get out with the jammer status.
She's done that a few times this weekend. And
yeah.
You gotta love seeing how someone is so physically capable and mentally focused to be able to take a hit and turn it into whatever they want. I mean, it looked like she could turn it into an origami character. It was out of control.
You hit me in of a crane. So, dump truck. Do you know of any store owners that have degrees in engineering?
Engineering degrees? I'm really not sure.
Perhaps an owner of a Bruised Boutique.
Could it be Distortion?
Distortion has an engineering degree.
She likes to build things.
Yep, engineers love that.
I like to tear things down. I keep her busy. I like to tear things down, burn them, destroy things that are beautiful.
Don't open the store, man. So 133 to 80, 12 minutes and a half left in this game, and it's just Carroll jamming for Charm City with 3 to beat her for Rocky Mountain.
Jess Carroll, I'm not sure if she has jammed yet this afternoon.
They've been using her less often than usual, but right now she's very effective at getting through for lead jammer there, finding a hole through the middle.
Frida Beater now gets through the pack as well. She's got half a lap to make up. It is 2-on-1 in the pack.
Yeah, very small pack here as finally Miss May I and Holly Hardley come from the box to make it into a fuller pack.
Echo Girl on her feet means she has 10 or less seconds to go in the penalty box. Catholic Crew Girl trying to get one last hit there on Jess Carroll, but she's going to get through and pick up those 4 points. Virginia Slim.
Yeah, he's
that
saying
guy
go for
is
it.
Intense.
Yeah, he's saying go for it. And it's a good idea, too, because they were so concerned with picking up Frida Beater that Jess Carroll gets just the grand slam. And this is what Charm needs, because they really can't afford the 4 zeros. I'm going to say it right now. He's saying go for it. Try and get what you can from this one. He probably will be able to get 4 more here, assuming that Charm City is able to separate this Rocky Mountain defense. Here she comes, and she will call early to be sure. So she will pick up 2 more. Oh, Charm City still hanging in there. 137 for Rocky Mountain, 91 for Charm.
Really great to see when you have a skater that you can throw into the jammer position late in the second period. They've had no time to figure her out as a jammer. She comes out fresh. Everyone's going, okay, how does she do this? And she gets to come through, burn up some points, pick up some lost ground there for Charm City with now 91 points under Rocky Mountain's 137. I'd like to see her jam some more for Charm City.
She joined. I want to join Charm City last year, and it was really cool to see her come from the fresh meat pool into the co-captain and one of the biggest offensive weapons right now Charm City has. It's like watching that progression in a fairly short amount of time.
Allie be back on the jammer line for Charm City. D-Range out there once again for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls.
We're in looks like an official timeout of 10 minutes and 47 seconds left in this game.
We do want to thank this weekend's presenter, Adam Wheels. You can check him out at adamwheels.com. It's not that much for rolling on 8, and you are. Can you tell me a little bit about that new poison wheel they have coming out?
Yeah, they went out of their way to make it an all-surface wheel, so whether you're on sport court or wood, which I prefer skating on hard wood when I can. Hard wood.
Yeah, you do.
I just walked right into that one.
And that's why we're roommates.
Or concrete, for example. Your poison wheel will be effective on all surfaces, so it's a really good one to take when you're traveling and you haven't been on that floor before.
Rocky Mountain now taking the knee to force the instant pack play.
Holding Redditch comes out of the box as a blocker. Allie back trying to get around Erkin jerking his booty, blocked in. Not lead jammer is the range, also without a pack. Assault and Pepper try to say hi to the Dana and Textcasters down there. Allie be back almost to daylight, but not quite. Is cut off by Erkin jerking his booty, Blockia. Did get lead though, and wisely calls it off just before the range was going to come in there and score some points on it.
Yeah, Erkin Jerkin loves to put the crosshairs on a jammer's back. It's exactly what she did there. She hit her multiple times in the entirety of one lap. Slowing her down, forcing the call. Just Carroll on the jammer line again. You're welcome, Virginia Slim, for the advice. I'd say he's a really good coach.
There's a little instant replay. That nice hit on Allie back. But Allie did keep her footing there. That was Erkin Jerkin almost taking her down. Now we're back in live action here to see who can have your name jamming for Rocky Mountain up against Just Carroll for Charm City.
Wow, she who going to the outside finds the line, sticks with it. She's going to be your lead jammer for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. Just Carroll trying to get by Winona Fighter and Echo Girl. Echo Girl with a hockey background. Loves to skate low and loves to just punish you.
Just Carroll finally gets through after a whole bunch of hitting from Echo. But scoring right now is she who cannot be named with an interesting juke style right there.
Whoop, whoop.
And she will be forced to call here, I think, with 0. So Just Carroll does manage to keep Rocky Mountain from increasing their lead by getting out of pack and catching up. 137 for Rocky, 91 for Charm City. Just now under 10 minutes. We have 9 minutes, counting past 9 minutes left in this game. Allie be back goes out to jam against D-Range for Rocky Mountain. Joy Collision sits in the box as a Charm City blocker.
Both teams down, one blocker. Looks like Joy Collision's down for Charm City. Winona Fighter for Rocky Mountain. D-Range with some defensive jamming. Allie be back, not phased. Now in the middle of the pack, trying to get around Amanda Jamadinia.
Tries to grab holding her to the shirt, but instead runs into the back of Amanda Jamadinia. That whip gets broken up, and your lead jammer is D-Range.
She is. She's actually crazy.
Allie be back trying to get around Amanda Jamadinia. And Assault and Pepper and Catholic Cruel Girl. Nice job by Catholic Cruel Girl to stay on her feet, but is taken out by Joy Collision. Allie finally through. Oh, and goes down. And really bad timing there. She's going to be reabsorbed in the pack there. She was almost out, lost her footing, and then couldn't get back up quickly enough to avoid the pack. Now Charm has to go to all defense right now on the range. No one left to help out Allie back, who is stuck in the back of the pack behind Amanda Jamadinia and Catholic Cruel Girl. Both jammers having a hard time right now. This pack may split out front.
Oh my goodness, we have 5-on-5 on the track. Winona Fighter is now back out there. And we have a little leapfrog action with D-Range picking up that 5th point. That's going to be a grand slam for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls.
Looks like the crowd may have wanted a different resolution to that situation.
Yeah. They're like, really? Come on.
And here comes D-Range coming through for 5 points. Allie back is looking a little tired here. She's down, holding her arm. And the jam is not being called because she is out of the danger area. She is finally back up. Allie back definitely not looking like a jammer with a Kenya right now. she's going to skate off to her bench.
Allie B. Back was holding her shoulder there.
Yeah.
May have gotten a bit of a stinger when she went down.
Yeah, a little frustrated because we looked over the EMT there. Meanwhile, D. Range puts up a big spot there for Rocky Mountain. That moves their score from 137 to 151. So now a 60-point lead for Rocky Mountain. That's pretty much going to be on the very outskirts of reality. There's 7 minutes left. Charm City basically need to have perfect play for the rest of this game to be able to catch up.
I Am Payne picking up intentionally her 4th minor penalty. You'll probably see her jamming next go around.
Lee Jammer goes to Just Carroll, but right behind her, Erkin Jerkin has booty blocked you.
That's one skater you're just not going to outrun.
No. The back of the pack, again, Charm City wants to start with the back of the pack. It is Holligo, Harley, and Thoroughbled. However, Just Carroll doesn't like the way it sets up and takes that 0-0, calls off the jam.
Frida Beater taking the star helmet cover for Rocky Mountain alongside Joy Collision. Rocky Mountain down 1 blocker and Amanda Jaminia. Looks like that's Holligo Hardley. And also, I Am Payne down the box for Charm City.
So, yeah, as in fact 2 in the box. So, once again, Rocky Mountain's going to start with a pack advantage. AJ, I think, in the box for Rocky Mountain. Around the outside is Joy Collision. But Frida Beater is the lead jammer. Joy is not. Frida will probably let her run herself out here and then call it, I imagine. Frida wants to beat Joy to the pack. Joy not letting her have the inside line. And Frida, you see her saying her pack, go, go, go. They want her to extend the amount of time that Frida can keep skating without having to call the jam off.
Yeah, they're very aware of where that clock is. And we're just under 5 minutes to go. You've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in this jam. If she can milk that clock for all it's worth, it makes their job a little bit easier.
Yeah, you saw Joy going to some jammer defense right there. Actually playing right into Frida's hands there. The further away Joy was from Rocky Mountain's blockers, Frida's willing to let it go as long as possible.
Actually, if you want to come back here and do the tango, that's the only possibility. Makes me happy. 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. Rocky Mountain Roller Girls with 151 points. Charm City with 91. Charm City has 1 timeout left. Rocky Mountain has all 3. Erkin Jerkin is booty block y'all the jammer line for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, and it looks like the game we have Just Carroll for Charm City.
This game really a story of huge jams in this half. At 28-7 for Rocky, 25-0 and 14-0, making up most of that differential right now overall in the game.
Erkin Jerkin lacing the boot, trying to make her way to the front of the pack. But you got Thoroughbled and Flo Shizzle holding her back. Not enough, though. She's going to get through, and she's going to be your lead jammer, while Just Carroll still caught at the back of the bus.
And here comes Erkin Jerkin looking for her first scoring pass. Just Carroll having a problem with Shihu. Shihu tries to cut her off with the pass and can't quite do it. Erkin goes down. Just Carroll gets out. However, Erkin is scoring.
Erkin gets through. How many points does she get? Looks like that's going to be a grand slam for Rocky Mountain.
So right now, it looks like Rocky Mountain will in fact advance as projected to take on Gotham later today at 5:30. Charm City putting up a hell of a fight in this game. Just gave up one too many big jams, but really I think impressed a lot of people here with their play.
I know I'm impressed. It's really, really great to see all regions really performing very well.
Here's an instant replay of Shihu trying to take out Just Carroll. And
I'm on fire. Stop, drop, and roll.
Back now in live action, it is I Am Payne for Charm City against Whippity for Rocky Mountain.
Are you okay? Whippity Pow at the back of the pack. Wow, I Am Payne really clawing her way through. She's going to be lead jammer for Charm City.
As Dolly Rocket and Joy Collision working on Whippity Pow right now. Whippity Pow forced out. Dolly Rocket stops and forces her back. Now, I Am Payne trying to find a way around Frida Beater. Not much doing there. I Am Payne takes a tumble, trying to get around Echo now. However, Whippity Pow still having trouble here with the reverse tactics there of Charm City. Finally, out on 28 feet is I Am Payne. Echo goes off to the box on the 20-foot engagement. Grand slam, I Am Payne.
Echo Girl. I think every time Echo Girl goes to the box, she has a smile on her face. Like, yeah, you saw that one, huh? Whippity Pile still at the back of the pack. I Am Pain moves through for another Grand Slam. Charm City Roller Girl.
10-0 so far, and still coming. Whippity Pal gets a whippity from Free to Beat Her right there. And I Am Pain's going to have a little bit more time here to try and finish this off with a 14-0. We can get through a pretty good clump here. Gets a big hit from Mana Jam and Enya. And I Am Pain will concede that one. That one goes 10-0 for Charm City. I'm sorry, she picked up some more. So 12-0 for Charm City. But with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this game, it looks like Rocky Mountain will be advancing. Urk and Jerkin will set up for possibly the last jam against Just Carol.
Gotta love the mad respect they give each other when they're out there. It's not just a competition. These ladies respect each other to the nth degree. Looks like we have an official timeout.
Trying to say too many blockers on the track there that pull off third at the last second. Here's another. I think we're waiting on an instant replay here, or maybe we're waiting on a jam. It is quite possible that you, ladies and gentlemen at home, are watching this replay. Someone falling down. We're pretty bad. I got it back here. Quite possible that you are watching the final jam of Flow Shizzle. You got 50 seconds left in this game.
Megatron out in the crowd, pom-poms and tutus ablazing, getting everybody pumped up. And so is Urk and Jerkin as she gets through and becomes lead jammer for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. Just Carol at the back of the pack trying to get past Psycho Babble. And Flamin' Fury.
It's like a big hole open the inside for Urk and Jerkin's booty block, yeah.
She just hands on both knees, weeble wobble, gets right on through.
Just Carol having a little trouble here, the middle of the pack. That is, let's say, Flamin' Fury and Psycho Babble's giving her trouble there. Just Carol finally out. 8 seconds left in this game, or on the pier clock, I should say. So Urk and Jerkin is through. She's looking up at the clock, and we're going to see a jam call in about right now. And this game's over. Rocky Mountain defeats Charm City Roller Girls in the second quarter final match at the WFPDA Championships. 165 to 103, the unofficial final. Charm City eliminated, but putting on a pretty good showing there. Rocky Mountain will advance to face the Gotham Girls Roller Derby at 5 p.m. Do not miss that matchup.
No, you need to be around for that one. It might be good.
Yeah. we are expecting goodness from that match.
Rocky Mountain taking their victory lap as they go out there, giving mad respect. I'll say it again, you love seeing the camaraderie between these teams. They congratulate the victorious Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. The Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, I guarantee you right now, are telling them, y'all hit hard.
Once again, I want to give a shout out to our awesome sponsor for presenting this weekend, Adam Wheel's official wheel of the WFPDA. You can now pick your poison, 3 different kinds of poison wheels.
I think that's part of my problem this weekend.
Sorry, I got interrupted with there. Pick your poison! Get one of those 3 wheels. It's important. Use them on any surface. And our day sponsor, Bruce Boutique, at bruceboutique.com, where they have more socks than you can take a stick at.
You can also go check out Anorexia's robot. Apparently, she just recently learned how to work that out. So it's not only about amazing skating apparel and stellar advice from a very experienced Boston mascot, but you can also learn how to shake your moneymaker.
So right now we're waiting to probably get an interview with our pal Hyman Heaven. We'll be trying to talk to probably a Rocky Mountain skater.
Hyman Heaven, making sure DNN looks good. There's a reason she's on camera and, well, we're not.
Exactly. Give 2 minutes. So again, in about 20 minutes, give or take, we'll be seeing the third quarterfinal. That is Philadelphia going up against Kansas City. Kansas City's first game of the weekend. Of course, they're one of the 4 1 seeds that got a bye. We already saw Gotham, the 1 seed, play Rocky Mountain. Kansas City next. And the final 1 seed, the hometown Windy City Rollers, will be going on in their first match of the weekend at 2:45 Central against the Ole Rollers. So, like we're getting Mercer. Let's make it looks like a free to beater is going to be the one talking to Hyman Heaven, the captain of the Fight Club, who again was just victorious over the Charm City Roller Girls. They're just showing us that final senior screen right there, 165 for Rocky, 103 for Charm. Pretty close game though. If it was the whole time, Charm City played a pretty tight first half. Unfortunately, in the second half, they gave up some pretty big jams. The killer one really being a 28-7 to Irk and Jerk in the second jam of the half. And later on, Chief cannot be named to drop a 25-0 on a box holding grudges. And a 14-0 for Deranged. And Ally be back was hurt during that jam. And that was pretty much the margin. So I'm going to take it downstairs to a Hyman Heaven, free to beater, and Chief cannot be named.
All right, thanks, guys. I am Hyman Heaven here with yet another wardrobe change. Why not? Rocky, you guys coming out like gangbusters in the first half, having some trouble. Did you guys expect that out of Charm?
Well, we knew the style of play that they have been accustomed to for a couple of years now. It did take us some time to adjust, but we went into that locker room at halftime. We decided to put the hammer down, and luckily we came out on the winning side. So, yeah.
Okay, so in your mind, putting the hammer down, what does that actually translate to on the track for you guys?
Just taking it more seriously. I think maybe we underestimated a little bit because we played them in June and it was a different team. They've obviously worked really hard and they played a great game. They were hitting hard and they played with a lot of hunger. So we realized that we needed to step it up a little bit, and I think we did.
Now, one thing that we had talked about before the half was the fact that a lot of the number one seeds hadn't had too much time on that skate court before stepping on there. How much was the actual surface an issue for you guys?
Well, we were really fortunate because we didn't come here in August to play a game against Windy City, so we knew exactly what we were going to be dealing with as far as surface, track boundary, etc. You know, of course, when you do practice on your home court for a few weeks in between, it does make a difference, but I didn't think we had much trouble with it. I mean, like I said, we were here pretty recently, so we knew what we were getting into as far as the track.
Now, in the city of Sisterly Shove, you guys are known as the team who brought Philly down at the National Championships in 2009. Coming out of an amazingly difficult Western division, what do you think it's going to take for the West to win this? And are you confident that the West will be won at the end of this?
The real genuine question. Now, do we sound cocky or do we sound humble? You know, we've worked hard, they've worked hard, and I think that we have the smarts and the athletics to do it. If we want it, we want it, so we're going to do it. We all have a little thing that says WWCD on our fingers.
All right.
WWCD, which means what would champions do. And I think if we keep looking at this, then we'll win. And smelling it, we'll win.
Keep doing what we're doing. Keep doing what we're doing.
Well, the strategy for Rocky is to smell the finger. And with that, I am going to send it back to Dump Truck and Justice up there in DNN.
Nothing says an amazing interview like wardrobe changes and smelling the finger.
Oh God, they got us on camera now. Looks like we're going to have a second interview right here with Just Carol momentarily. Hi, I like you. Hi, I like you. Okay. Oh, maybe not. We do a Just Carol. Just Carol will be on talking to Hyman Heaven downstairs, if you will, in a moment here.
You look good in black.
And there they are.
Hold it this way.
Okay, we're good. Hi, how are you? Hyman Heaven here again. We were looking at a ferocious first period. Tell me what was going through your minds. You're the number 3 seed. You made it through yesterday. You're here on the track, and you're making it happen against Rocky. What's going through your mind?
What's going through your mind? I guess when you first start, it's get through the first jam. Once you get past the first jam, then you kind of know what to expect a little bit and calm down. We were trying to obviously keep it slow, which everybody loves in Derby, the slow game. which works for us, and try to stay together,
Let's talk about that slower strategy for a minute. I think that's something that you've seen the Eastern Division really have to embrace by necessity this season. How have you guys worked that into your strategy? It's something you guys have been employing for quite some time now.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at us at Charm City, we feel like, and I think we are, a much smaller team than a lot of teams. I know my hits really aren't going to take Psycho Babble or a deranged out, so you have to come up with strategy, maybe a little bit smarter play versus just a, physical aspect of the game.
Absolutely. So what now for Charm City? You guys get to go home, relax a little bit, and then how are you going to take this and turn it around for next season?
The off season, right. Thank God.
What off season?
Yeah, exactly. All 2 weeks. Charm City as a whole, we are a pretty big league in general. We have 4 home teams that we're getting ready to get back to, and cultivating our new players. We have a few people coming in, a few people coming up, and so really going about, getting that physical aspect. Maybe I'll just pump some iron.
Well, excellent work from Charm City, really throwing down against Rocky Mountain. A great, great game. Congratulations for a great game played. Moving forward, coming up, the Philly Roller Girls Liberty Bells taking on the Kansas City Warriors. Road Warriors, look out. It's going to be a good one. I'm sending it back up to you guys.
Thank you, Hyman Heaven. We are about 11 minutes away from the beginning of the bout she was talking about right now. Now, in fact, Philadelphia Philly Roller Girls up against Kansas City Roller Warriors.
My name is Dump Truck. I'm joined here by none other than
Justice Feel Good Marshall.
And this is DNF.
Give me my heart, I want it back. Give me my heart back, I want it back. I want it back. Give me my heart back. Give me my heart, I want it back. Give me my heart back, I want it back. I want it back. Give me my heart back. You know that I want it more, I want you hold on tight. It's no my headshot. Hold it in front of my face. It's no, I can't take it one more night. Baby, please, do one side. Give me my heart, I want it back. Give me my heart back, I want it back. Yeah, I still want it back. Give me my heart back. Give me my heart. I want it back. Give me my heart back. I want it back. I want it back. Give me my heart back. I ain't kidding. One more time. Give it up. I want to keep my heart. For a while. And I ain't kidding. And I don't lie. I want me. I said it in a bush of love. Right now. Still got one more time. Give me a little bit of time. I want it. That should show me you're my all in life. Give me my heart, I want it back. Give me my heart back. I want it back. Yeah, I want it back. Give me my heart back. Give me my heart, I want it back. Give me my heart back. I want it back. Yeah, I want it back. Give me my heart back.